الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وآله الطاهرين. Tonight, in our brief jurisprudential points, number 7, we are going to briefly tell you some points about ghusl. Ghusl, as you may know, is a full body wash. Now, when is ghusl needed? When is it obligatory upon the mukhalaf to do ghusl? Ghusl is obligatory whenever a person has a hadath al-akbar occur to them. We have two types of hadath, two types of spiritual states, spiritual impure states, in which we have to do either wudu, ghusl, or tayammum to remove that state and bring us to the state of taharat. The first is hadath al-asgar. Their wudu is what removes that state, and in emergency situations, tayammum. In certain situations, tayammum. Then we have hadath al-akbar, which is the major state of spiritual impurity. This one needs a full body wash to be able to come into the state of taharat, or in certain situations, tayammum. So this occurs, the most common of which are when there is janaba, when a person is in the state of janaba, when a person emits semen, or when they are having some intimacy relation with their wife, or when they are having the menstruation, when they're ha'if, when they're having haif. These situations call for a person to be in the state of hadath al-akbar, in which they must do a full body ghusl to be able to bring themselves in the state of taharat. That means that wudu will not be sufficient to be able to go pray. They have to do a full body wash to be able to do their prayers, touch Quranic script, and such. So, briefly, what does this full body wash require us to do? First, it needs something called niyatul qurba, the intention of doing it out of obedience to Allah, to get closer to Allah. A person must be aware that this is why they are doing this ritual act of washing before they start the wash. The second thing is they must use mubah water. They cannot use gaspi water. They cannot use stolen water. So they must have either ownership over the water or explicit or implicit permission of the owner to use the water. The water must be pure water as well. It cannot be najas water, and it also cannot be ma'al mudaf. It cannot be mixed water. It cannot be ma'al mudaf. So one cannot do ghusl with rose water or orange juice or anything like that. If someone has a big pool full of orange juice, they cannot go take a irtamasi ghusl into it and take a swim. No, it has to be ma'al mutlaq, has to be pure water, something that the title of pure water falls upon it, not mixed water. Now, how to do this ghusl? According to scholars like Sayyid Sistani, one must wash the head and neck area, and you go a little bit over it to make sure you get the area, and then you can wash the rest of the body. This is called tartibi ghusl. There's irtamasi ghusl, but we're not talking about that. This is tartibi ghusl. This is sequential ghusl. So he says it's better to wash, it's mustahab precaution, to wash the right side than the left side. So you check your marja to see if he says you have to wash the right side and left side of the body, or if he says you could wash the head neck area then the body, and it's only recommended precaution or better to wash the right side and left side, because this will make a difference in the way you approach your tartib. So in scholars like Sayyid Sistani's view, you wash the head neck area and then you could wash the body, or you could wash the right side of the body and go a little bit over it to make sure you got the area, and then the left side of the body, and so you could do that as well. But you could wash the whole body, and you could go up, down. There's no downward motion required. Even when you're doing, you could go up, down, sideways. You could start in the middle. You could start at the feet. You could start at the shoulders. You could start when you're doing the head neck area. You could start at the top of the head, or you start at the bottom of the neck. Going up and down motion like you have with wudu, going downward, we don't have that with the ghusl. And also you could do the head neck area, and then you could come back later. You could come back in an hour, you could do the body. That's no problem. But if you have a hadath occur, then you'll have to do wudu for prayer. So you do the head neck area, and then you wash the rest of the body, and it's better to wash the right side and the left side. You check your marja on that ruling. Now, what happens if you doubt? You have 50% doubt after you have finished the ghusl, if you have washed part of it or not. If you have washed part or not, what do? You apply the general rule of farag. The general rule of farag, which means you ignore the doubt, because you have finished the act of ghusl, and now you doubt if you missed a part or not. It's not like you know you missed a part. You doubt 50-50. What you did, maybe you didn't. Then you ignore the doubt. So that is everything for this short, brief jurisprudential points. Wal akhiru dawana and alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.